SmackDown is live from Salt Lake City, Utah tonight, and the biggest question of the week is got to be, who will be the fifth man on the OG Bloodline team? Now, all roads seem to point towards Seth Rollins due to the fact that Bronson Reed has joined the Bloodline, or the new Bloodline, or however you want to call them. But, for me, I don't think it should be Seth Rollins. I think it should be someone else. Someone who is not seen in a little bit. Someone who has a history with Paul Heyman. Someone who has no history, realistically, with this version of Roman Reigns. And someone who re-debuted, or returned, should I say, at last year's Survivor Series. That is it. I am referring to one CM Punk. The reason for it is very simple. I think that the whole premise of that Seth Rollins will join Roman's team is a bit of a stretch, because it's been very well documented that Seth Rollins wants nothing to do with Roman Reigns, so why would he change his mind due to the fact that Bronson Reed is now on the Bloodline team? He should stick to his guns and fight his own battle with Bronson elsewhere. Also, take a month off from the pay-per-view, lad, because you've been doing a lot recently. For me, it makes sense to be Punk, because you have the history with Solo. Now, if you remember a little bit of time back when SmackDown was in Chicago, Punk turned up and Heyman turned up, and Heyman told Punk to get off SmackDown, go home, etc., whatever he said. And he asked him for a favour. Now, before the favour was asked, Solo Sikoa comes out and gives his whole spiel about being the new tribal chief. And then when asked about the favour, Paul Heyman asked CM Punk to take him with him. And it was kind of a point of the story in which Paul was kind of defecting away from Solo and feeling that Solo wasn't doing as advised, in a sense. And that's kind of where Paul Heyman disappeared. He got attacked, taken out, etc., etc. And we've not seen Paul Heyman since. Now, the Wise Man is due to come back at some point, and I think it will be at Survivor Series, but it will be with an old friend. And I think that this all culminating gives us the perfect reason for why it should be CM Punk. I think that it makes more sense. It sticks Rollins to his guns of at him not wanting to team with Roman. It allows us to return Punk back to the forefront, in a sense, and he can then go on to face possibly the world champion Gunther at the next pay-per-view. We will see. But I feel as though it is the right time to bring Punk back. He's had a good little bit of time off since Bad Blood. We've had a month or so. And I think that it works. It gives us no reason. There's no prior history with anyone, in a sense. Not for a especially long period of time, because last time Punk had anything to do with Roman, realistically, was the back in the Shield days. Now, unless I'm missing something from last year, I don't remember, not fully remember. He was cool with Jay, as I remember from on Raw. He's cool with Sammy. There's no issue with Jimmy. There's no issues there. The only person he has an issue with is the person he should have an issue with, and that is Solo Sikoa, because he took out his man, because he is a Paul Heyman guy. So I feel as though the whole kind of package of having CM Punk and Paul Heyman return on the same night together. You can put that little intrigue in there with has Paul gone back to Punk rather than being Roman's wise man. There's a lot of storyline you can build in that. It makes more sense. You can progress the storyline nicely, and you're not having this weird storyline kind of twist or change that doesn't make sense when it comes to Seth Rollins. For me, it makes more sense for it to be CM Punk. I think it should be CM Punk. What do you guys think? Let me know, guys, in the comments down below. Who should be the OG Bloodline's fifth member going into War Games? I'm sure we'll find out either on SmackDown or Raw this week, because it's next week's Survivor Series, which I will be doing the predictions for. Also on the channel on Wednesday, I did predictions for Full Gear. That is tomorrow night. I may do something on the back of it to see in terms of a video for that, but we're sticking to these 2 reviews for Raw and SmackDown for now, and then obviously the kind of Wednesday thing in the middle as well. So we'll see how things progress. But that is it, guys. Like this video if you've liked it. Subscribe if you are new. Let's get the subscribers up. And until next time, guys, take care.